so this is week 6, day 4, and look at that, labeled correctly by yours truly. I finished my graph, or my bar graph, marked everything, colored my bars, and now I need to do my percentages. I am going to go through and show you this part. I didn't do this part because you've done it enough that you should know that, and it does tell you over here how to find them. So I didn't actually have an outlier because nothing really stood out. It's only one from there. It's only 2 from there, and this is 1 from there, so there's not like a big outlier. But I am going to do the pie graph piece again because I do think that's important, and that isn't something that you do all the time. So for my pie graph, I am going to, over here above the colors, actually I'm going to just do them right here. So we have red, white, green, blue, and orange. And I'm going to do the percentages for the pie graph. And remember, how you come up with the percentages for the pie graph is we are going to take the decimal and multiply it by 360. So I can just do this, 0.16 times 360, 0.26 times 360. And then what they equal is what I'm going to graph for the degrees. So green was 1100. Blue is 24 hundredths, and yet orange is the same as that. 24 hundredths. And then now I just take my calculator and I'm going to go 0.16 times 360. So that this first one's going to be 50, and I'm going to round up just so you know. So if it says 57 6/10, I'm going to round this to the nearest whole and go 58. 26. So 90, so that's a 6 in the tenths, so I'm going to make that 94. Oops. So I'm going to make that 40 because that would round up to 10 and that would push that to 40. And then 24. 24 hundredths divided by 360 degrees. Holy smokes, I did not do that right. Not divided. Holy smokes. 86. And I don't have to round up. I'm actually rounding down. 86. 86. So just to double check my math on this one, and I've talked to you guys about this, this should all get you plus or minus a little percent, close to 100. Most of these we rounded up, these two we rounded down. So let's see if it all worked out. So 58 plus 94 plus 40 plus, oh, sorry, this should get us to 360. Boy. 364. So it ended up taking us a little bit over. I'm going to double check. So 58 plus 94 plus 40 plus 86 plus 86 equals 364. So we're a little over, but that's okay. Maybe if we just didn't round up at all and left it that way, we would have been even closer, because if we just would have left it at that, that would have been 58. This would have been 93, and this would have been 39. Which minus that percentage, even though we didn't round up on these and we stayed the same, that would have got us to 361. Gosh, I gotta love this cold, or allergies. So now that I have that, all figured out for my this is my degrees. And remember, labeling them helps. This is not a percentage. This is a degree. So I made a straight edge, or I used this wonderful fancy pencil I have over here to make a straight edge. Because once I have my straight edge, a radius, the radius is from the center to the outside. So once I have my radius for this, I'm going to take my pie chart and, pie chart. I'm going to take my protractor and put it in the center of my pie chart. You had a mark, you should leave that in the center. The 0 line should line up. And we're going to do our first color, which is 58 degrees. So I find 50, and there's 55, and 58 would be right there. So now I can just make my mark, and make sure you don't use that edge. I mean, you just need kind of a straight edge. Apparently, I'm a little, short on my protractor length, so I'm just going to extend that line out a little bit more. And this, okay, so remember, label this. This is 58 degrees. And this is the 16% that's red. Okay, so now because we have 94 degrees. So I put my center there. There's my not so straight edge. My 0 should be on that line. And I'm going to go to 94. So there's 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a sneeze again. What the sneezing? Allergies are just awesome right now. Rain helped a little bit, but wow. So again, I'm going to push this arrow out a little bit. So from there to there is my 94 degrees, which is a representation of my 26%. Now I have a 40 degree, which is like the smallest. So again, find your straight edge, line up your 0 with that line, and then we need to do, what did I say, 40%? Yeah, double checking, 40%, exactamundo, hot diggity. So again, this one's my angle, my degree, which is 40 degrees, which is a representation of my 11%. And this was white. And this is green. Of course, I would get less of those. I like these two the most. Boo. Actually, I don't mind the white, but I don't really know what they are, so I don't really know if that's like okay. I mean, it's fine, doesn't matter. Next, 86 degrees. So again, finding my straight edge, and I line up the 0 there, and I need 80. So there's 80 right here, and then 86, 85, 86. My not so straight edge. And then we're showing this is my degree of my angle, which is 86 degrees. And then this one I'm going to measure, but it should be 86 degrees because it's the same length as this. So if I put this edge here, and I center that in there, whoopsie daisy, 80, it comes in about 85. So, but that's because our percent is going to be slightly off. So 86 degrees. It shouldn't be, but anyway, so this is a representation of 24% blue. And then this one is 24% orange. And that is our pie graph, and color that bad boy in. All right, way to go, we're done.